What's up, guys? This is Sim with Vengeance, and I'm back here with another MLB 16 The Show Baltimore Orioles franchise. And today, your 57-31 Baltimore Orioles have a 10-game lead over the 47-41 Boston Red Sox as we are starting the second half of the season. I decided not to, show the All-Star game or anything like that because it's kind of, I wouldn't say pointless, but it doesn't really serve too much of a purpose. But if you guys are excited for today's video, make sure you guys drop a like, and if you're new to the channel at all, hit that subscribe button down below. As you take a look at some more standings, there's quite a few teams in that AL wildcard race. Then again, there's still plenty of games left. There's still plenty of time left for teams to really kind of settle the score a little bit. But anyway, now that we're on the topic of the MLB postseason, I do have to pose you guys a few questions regarding the postseason as far as what we were about to see in the 2016 October baseball playoffs. I mean, I'm a Cubs fan. I would know that I would want my Cubs to win. Do I have high hopes? Of course I do. But I'm not going to hold my breath. Remember last year when the Cubs got swept by the Mets? I thought the Cubs were going to destroy the Mets in at least 5 or 6 games, and it didn't happen. So I'm not holding my breath. Neither of you guys, if you're a Cubs fan and you're watching this, I wouldn't hold your breath either, because it's the postseason and anything can happen in the postseason. So I hope the Cubs win. Gonna be a little sad if they don't, but you know what? That's baseball, and the Cubs do have a bright future. But as far as the Orioles and Red Sox go, the Orioles do play the Toronto Blue Jays in the AL wild card. I do have to give the advantage to the Orioles just a little bit. I mean, they do have, both teams are kind of similar as far as their power goes. Their pitching, Toronto may have a slight edge in the starting rotation, but they definitely do not have it in their bullpen. Zach Britton has had an unbelievable season, and he may win the Cy Young. Very well might. I mean, with his ERA and the fact that he hasn't given up a run pretty much all season. I mean, he has like a 0.54 ERA. That's like the lowest ERA I think a closing pitcher has ever had. But he has pitched phenomenal, and oh my God, I wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't win the Cy Young. We all know he's gonna win reliever of the year, but as far as everything else, I do have to give the slight advantage to the Baltimore Orioles in winning that AL wildcard game, and it looks like they may take on the Texas Rangers, which I do think they may have a chance against them as well. Although the Orioles don't have quite the pitching as the Rangers do, but with their hitting, they may sneak up in there and take a few games. As far as the Indians versus Red Sox, well, that's kind of a toss-up as well, because the Indians have some good pitching and the Red Sox have some good hitting, so ultimately I think it may come down to pitching. But I don't know. I'm not making any sort of predictions. I do have my favors to win the game. I'm not saying who's going to win the game, but I think I want to see who wins the game, who I would like to see win the game, who I would like to see win the Orioles Blue Jays game would obviously be the Orioles. You see that nasty comebacker. Look at that web jam right there. Who would I like to see between Boston and Cleveland? Oh, I'd like to see Boston, because I've been to a Boston Red Sox game actually at Fenway, and it was actually quite a good, interesting game. So I would like to see the Red Sox go against the Orioles in the ALCS. I'm not predicting that's going to happen, but I would like to see it. As far as, the NL, though, I would love to see my Cubs. I would love to see my Cubs go all the way. I really do hope. That's all I can really say is those Cubs fans. And to that guy who got that arm tattoo of the Cubs curse broken 2016, please get that tattoo removed immediately. If you're watching this video, man, I pray to God that you get your tattoo removed, man, because don't ever predict a championship by getting it tattooed on your body. I would know from getting plenty of tattoos in my day that you're going to regret that if the Cubs don't win. And you're going to want to get that stuff removed. You're going to be the most hated man in Chicago if the Cubs don't win this year. So you better hope, man. So, anyway, let me know what you guys think. Who's going to win in the postseason? Obviously, I would like my certain teams to win, my Cubs to win. But we'll see what happens. I'm one of those Cubs fans who holds his breath or like doesn't really have. I wouldn't say high expectations, but I am very weary, I would say. But anyway, back onto this game here. Lee Ferrillo smacks this one in the gap, and he gets himself a double. And this game has been quite out of control since the second inning. As it was 6-0 in the second inning, and we just won 13-2. Just not a good start for Rick Porcello. Inning and 2/3, 6 earned, just not a good day for him. But here we are in the second game as Jimmy Paredes at the plate here, as he's facing off against the 5th starter of the Red Sox, and just tees off on him in I think the 3rd inning. I'm not sure. I didn't even get a good look at it, but he does tee off on him, giving the Orioles another early lead. But will it last? I don't know. I mean, the Red Sox tend to be kind of good. And they got, Xander Bogaerts, Mookie Betts. They don't have David Ortiz anymore in this game, but they did get Miguel Sano in this. They also have Jonathan Lucroy, and they still have Kung Fu Panda. Well, I mean, Kung Fu Panda's kind of, fat, but I mean, who's to say he's not good in the game? But look at Joey Rickard diving, going all out. Look at that, another web gem. Look at this again, just beautiful extension to get that baseball. Both teams only have one hit aside through 5, though, so this could be a pitcher's duel till the very end. But here in the 6th, Travis Shaw to deep right. Is Rickard going to get another web gem? Not so much. 2-run homer for Travis Shaw, and it gives the Red Sox a 2-1 lead. So, not all well that ends well for Hunter Harvey. He did have a good start up to this point until he gave up those 2 runs, but he's still up for a quality start. But his team doesn't have the lead, so he's probably going to be up for the loss at this point. 14th home run for Shaw. Bases loaded here as Harvey having trouble with his command as he walks home a run. Next batter up, Mookie Betts with a full count. And he walks him as well. And he gives up 2 runs just like that. Yes, I'm playing with quick counts because playing all 3 games in a row like that is kind of time consuming if I don't have it on. And I don't want to waste 4 hours like that. As much as I love playing MLB The Show, I'm not wasting 4 hours of my life playing this game in one sitting, But the Red Sox do win this game 4-1, and now we're on to Game 3. Is Brian Woodward, the Rule 5 draft catcher that we got in the offseason, hits that one over the monster for his 11th home run of the season. This guy has some power. What? He has more home runs than Gary Sanchez. What? Yeah, believe it or not, he does. And you know what? I like him. Brian Woodward, he may have the weird batting stance and all, but you know what? He's a good player. Give him some props for having 11 home runs on the season while having a 300 average. Maybe he has potential to be an everyday catcher. You see Lee Ferrillo right here hitting this one in the gap. He's going to bring home, he could bring home 2 runs. He's gonna. And it gives the Orioles a nice cushion of 4-0. As later on here, can the Orioles hold this lead? Well, we're about to find out here. Is Jake Odorizzi on the mound facing Jonathan Lucroy, and he tees off on him. Home run, Jonathan Lucroy, as that one is leaving. And that gets the Red Sox on the board, sure, but they still have a few more runs to get. So I'm not too concerned by this home run. Odorizzi has been pitching fairly well, and we expect him to at least go 7, maybe 8 solid innings. But later on, in the top of the 9th, here is Lee Ferrillo again, and that pitch was lifted way up. And that one is gone into the monster. Home run, 6-1. Lee Ferrillo, 5 RBIs on the day. Man, that shows me that you know, he's a quality player. And you know what? His infield versatility makes him all the better. So he can play short, he can play second, he can even play third some days when Machado just needs a little bit of a rest. But you know what? I like that in Lee Ferrillo, his 7th of the year, and it gives the Orioles a nice lead. But look at the play right here. We try to get the double play to end the game, but Dustin Pedroia making that play to keep the Red Sox alive, but not for long, as we close the door on the game and the series. Taking 2 out of 3 on the road against a quality Red Sox team, and it sets us up for success later on. Is the Lee Ferrillo knuckle-touching Didi Gregorius. And looks like all's well that ends well here in Boston. We do come out with 2 out of 3, like I said. Always good to end on a good note. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you guys enjoyed, hey, drop a like. And if you're new to the channel at all, hit that subscribe button. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, like they always say. But until next time, my name is Simmons Vengeance. You guys have been amazing as always, and I am out. Peace.